Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Tomb Raider. So we have really gone through a lot in this story. Uh, we are... Can't shoot that. Not a fast enough shot. We are trying to... Man, that is a big mouse. We're trying to climb this tower, but we've been in a shipwreck, we've gotten shot, we've gotten stabbed, we've gone from killing one person to pretty much immediately killing hundreds and hundreds more. We're probably up to, I'd say 150, maybe 200 people we've shot. And now we're climbing a rope. Different rope style animation here. Oops. I guess you might be able to do that throughout the game. Just climb up ropes. Be nice if it had put any indicators there, like, oh yeah, you press up to go up a rope and then you press B to let go. It shows the A. Probably a little too much, but no more indication. I doubt we'll ever get down here. This is kind of Assassin's Creed. We're gonna climb up this. But we're back in the story mode too.
Okay, here goes.
Just play out the story. You feel more like an actor in a movie than you really do a person with any control of the world around you. And that's simply because there are just no choices in this game. There's you can upgrade or you can't upgrade, and that's it. Ooh, this looks nice. But there's literally no point in this game where you can make any decision whatsoever. It's a straight story. They should have... sometimes I criticize games for putting choices in there or making it seem like you have choices when you really don't. But, you know, playing this now and seeing how you just have no choice, I think I'd prefer the fake choices, even if the story goes the same way either way. And make it feel like I can control something. There's like no reason whatsoever that you would put a control box up at the top of a tower like this. Honestly, it would make more sense if they said just, we need you to put it at the top of the tower, regardless of whether the tower is working or not, so we get a good signal.
Laura!
I'm at the panel.
Okay. The tower should boost the signal from the transmitter.
Okay.
Alright, find the emergency channel and get a clear signal on your radio before you broadcast the SOS. Hey. We got everything crossed for you down here, LC.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have a little bit of a puzzle here. But it's really just rotating the controller. So, yeah, you could have had a puzzle here, much like how I think the previous Tomb Raider games are, but this isn't really a puzzle.
Stand by for a response. You're tuned to the International Emergency Broadcast Response
I mean, all I had
System.
to do
Please
was
identify your
slowly
situation
twist
and
it.
location coordinates and stand by for a response. You're tuned to the International Emergency Broadcast.
So
Mayday!
broadcast.
Mayday! This is Lara Croft of the Endurance. We are stranded on an island in the Dragon's Triangle. We need help and medical supplies. Please respond. Come on. Mayday! Mayday!
You'd think
This is
you'd
Lara
plug that
Croft of
thing
the
in
Endurance.
This is
somewhere.
aircraft Nautilus 177 Alpha. Searching for you since the distress call from your vessel. Almost given up hope.
So had we.
Got your approximate position, but we could sure use a visual.
I'll figure something out.
We'll be heading your way soon. Out.
Lara Croft, you are my hero! Hey, you know, Reyes actually just cracked a smile.
Right. Need a signal. A fire. Fuel, flames. I can do that.
So at some point, some more of the group that's still alive got together with the guy that we left alone, and so all of that happened off screen. Ridiculously. You can't have a major event like that just happen off screen. Was this rope here before? I don't believe it was. Or maybe it just went to a cutscene so we couldn't use it. Now we're gonna slide into a whole new section, which if this was an open world thing, this would be awesome if you could see like all of these areas you could reach, but we can't. All we see is snow covering up the fact that these are just like mountains covering everything and there are no reachable areas. Anyways, we're gonna slide.
That's one way to get down.
They need a visual. You would have to have a major fire. It's shooting up smoke for probably hours. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Oh yeah, by the way, he didn't even call and say, your friends have arrived. We've gotten back together. Some of the weirdness to the way the story is cut up and rewritten, almost certainly rewritten. It was definitely not like
Fuel
this
tanks.
originally. I am speculating, but I am pretty certain. Fueled my thought, my fan fiction that this was all just that all of her friends were actually dead immediately at the ship crash, and she was dreaming the rest of it. Get some bullets. So of course I'm gonna start an explosion here,
Need to find a way to light this fuel.
and that's gonna call everybody in miles away. It would be nice if you could use like the pickaxe right there on the rat. It's right there. Here's the dead guy just sitting here. How long has he been there? And what was that? Crates, latrine. Oh, here's another dead guy. Was he there all the time? He must have been. This whole room full of stuff, and none of it's useful. Flint, a screwdriver, to make sparks. Fire starter required.
This should do the trick.
So hold X to light the torch. So now we can, I think, pretty much anywhere have fire, which would have made that very first tomb really easy to do, even easier than it was. Can I just shoot the fire? Can I just light the fire and then run? There we go. Don't try this at home, kids, because it would not take that long for any kind of gasoline or fuel. The second it got anywhere close to flame, it would have blown up in a fireball and burnt her to death. Oh, I'm playing this. And I'm dying. I thought this was a cutscene. Nope, I'm playing this. Notice there that in the subtitles it said, in Japan, it said, in Japanese, no one leaves. I didn't hear any voice saying that. Model unlocked.
The pilot. I have to get to him.
So, definitely interesting that we are unlocking new models. They should have given us more time on that. We literally went from setting off the distress signal to the ship getting destroyed. It was pretty obvious. I mean, you could have gone the rest of the whole game and then landed at the very end. Or you could have gone a couple hours and let our hope build up. We can trapeze. We've seen me trapeze, but this is the first point that they expected us to learn it. I did play a small amount of a previous Lara Croft game, and the very beginning of it was a situation where I won't have time to talk here, but you're in her training room and you're running around. Oops, missed that trapeze, but fortunately there's a secondary platform, so you have the opportunity to fail twice here. Or fall twice. Either way, you end up here.
Go away! Lara, you there?
So close. Yeah, I can't just let the fire hit me there. Alright, that takes care of him. So now that I have the fire starter, these are no longer a problem. I can light it and burn it immediately. Of course, then you have to hold the B button to get rid of that. How'd this guy die? He must have gotten blown up. So, I think that was a pretty good tutorial in the previous game, running around her training gym and doing basically all the acrobatics we've done, and it explains how she would be able to do those things. Assumedly, she's capable, even with this being her first major outing. This is supposed to be her, like, first time she's ever killed anybody, first time she's ever been in a grand adventure like this. I don't know if she really is just like fresh out of a doctorate college type thing, or I don't think her father really took her on too many expeditions, or her father was really as much as an adventurer and running into people trying to kill him as much as it seems Lara Croft is fated to. We found a new fireplace, let's use it.
I can't get it out of my head. A storm that came out of nowhere, out of a clear sky, and brought down a plane. It's not rational. You know it's not rational, Lara. There must be some explanation. I just don't know what it is yet.
So, and it's definitely her first foray into running into magic. And this is obviously a world full of magic, like Indiana Jones. A world full of, well, not chock full of magic, but has magic in it. We don't have much scrap, so there's nothing I could really upgrade. But we got a new outfit. It says we're on default. We did Hunter, we did Aviatrix, we did Gorilla, we did Mountaineer, we did Demolition, and we did Sure Shot. So that's strange. Either because of a DLC thing, I already had the outfits unlocked, or maybe it was a extra thing that's in the main menu that we unlocked. It may be that we just unlocked some extras in the main menu, and I like that in games. It's nice that there's... I like developers' commentaries, particularly if they were going to do anything where you could walk through the whole game.
This storm, it came out of nowhere. These clouds, they just surrounded the plane.
Lara, listen. I saw the crash from here, so you must be close to my position. Just get back here safe.
All right.
And it's odd that only he speaks on the radio, but he said other people are with him. It's a little suspicious. Yeah, I forgot. I like developers' commentaries in games because it would be great to know what they did in this game and what I feel like they could have improved on and what they feel like they could have improved on. If there's extra like art that's been made, which there almost always is, there's like sketches and things, it totally makes sense to throw that in the game. Some of the stuff gets crazy if people are like making comic books or cross-promotional items, stuff like that. That's usually probably a waste of resources.
Over here! I'm in position! Fire it!
Shoot. So, you You have to shoot them upside down. Pretty cool. Rope has been acquired. We've seen rope everywhere, but now we decide to grab it. So, right bump to shoot that, and now we can pull that down. Not getting as much as experience as I would like. That's kind of the problem with this game, is that there really is a cap on as much experience as you could get, and the only way you could really break out of it
to be a way up.
Is to get headshots. So every single one of these guys is kind of limited, and I'm not sure there's a ton of places where you'll just get an unlimited amount of enemies spawning. They seem to all be very intentionally placed, and once they're gone, they seem to be gone forever. So we're still on the ability grind here, where it's not a grind, but we're getting more abilities. The bow comes back into being useful. Well, gee, I don't know why I needed to use the rope on that. Seems like I could have just jumped on it. I could have shot any one of these guard things and pulled down the edge so they wouldn't have a place to hide. That's what I was supposed to do, but it's kind of silly. So it would have broken it, would have given us more things, but it was much more prudent to just water barrel splashing the screen in the camera. I really don't like that effect. I don't know why people do it. I don't even know why it's in engines as an effect. So basically, to get back to extras, if you have extra stuff that you made in the process of making a good game, I want to see it in the as an extra in the game. But if you are making extra stuff for a reason, or after the game has been made, or instead of the game being made, I don't feel like that's a good use of your time, of the creators' times. And I would more prefer that they would just focus on making a better game. Couple dead bodies in here. I think if I fell off here, I would die, but it'd be kind of hard. Yeah, you can't. It's an invisible wall. Nice. Which kind of makes me wonder why do they bother to put so many visible walls in the game if an invisible one would work just fine. Nothing behind the waterfall. Always check behind the waterfall. let's look at the map. Well, we don't have anything saying that there's anything hidden. And you get the X prompt if you are a little too low. Which probably means if you underjumped it by any amount, really, you might catch it and get the X prompt. Which makes the game easier. It's kind of a nice thought as a feature in the game. How many times in games have I undershot a jump and just fallen to my death? Many, many times. To a new area, probably to a new fight scene. Yep.
That looks like a good spot to hook into.
So now we can make rope bridges. If you see something like that. And apparently that didn't even use any arrows to do that. Gee, I would have sworn there would have been something up here. Interesting. Just put a platform there and have nothing on it. I think I could get back up if I jumped down, so let's just jump down. Always check behind waterfalls. See, this is really where the water getting on the screen just is a nightmare. And here is the usual, we're going to block it off. We'll just visually block it off. Makes me think that when the waterfall has an invisible wall on it, that some artist fought real hard for that, so that they didn't have to yet again use floating wood. So we know there's something up there. The question is, how do we get up? How do we get up to that point? Interesting. I saw okay, there's a rope there, so we have to find. We got it. Little fancy footwork there. You can only have one. So choose. Not to get a little bit more scrap or salvage. I'm just gonna call it scrap the whole game. And then nothing more. Arrows getting left everywhere. And you walk to this door, and there's really no prompt or anything telling you this is how you do it. You're just supposed to learn by yourself. So you get the visual metaphor. If you see ropes wrapped around anything like that, you can shoot it. If you're next to a post, it will make a rope bridge. If you're not next to a post, it won't do anything unless it's supposed to break. And if it's supposed to break, you'll pull it and it will break. If it's not supposed to break, you'll pull it and nothing will happen. So the rope arrow works a couple different ways. And we're sliding again. So I guess that's your convenient way of saying you're not coming back this way. Is her hair more brighter? Blonder? Really?
I'm really glad you moved.
Yeah, it was. It was like blonde before.
One moment they were fine, the next, there was this storm. It came out of nowhere.
It's not your fault, Lara.
I called them here, Roth.
Hey, we'll find another way.
Mayday, mayday. This is co-pilot Jessica Bear.
Another pilot.
177A.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, badly hurt when I landed. I need urgent aid. Is anyone there?
Captain Jessup, do you read?
I've deployed a smoke signal. Please respond.
Damn it, he can't hear me. I have to get to him.
No.
His signal's just over there.
We've got our own people to worry about. We'll need to regroup as soon as they find Sam.
I can't just leave him out there alone. I need to get to him.
Sometimes you've got to make sacrifices, Lara. You can't save everyone.
I know about sacrifices.
No. You know about loss. Sacrifice is a choice you make. Loss is a choice made for you.
I can't choose to let him die, Roth.
That's really ridiculous. In two ways. It's ridiculous that he would just say, yeah, leave him to die. And it's ridiculous that he would not trust her because she's been killing these people left and right. So, and it seems like a bad coloring of his character that really doesn't need to happen, since we don't have it. We never really got a great characterization of any of the people. And they said in the message that there was somebody else with him, and he's not here. He's separate. He's still alone. So obviously there was a regroup. There was the dialogue was rewritten and put in a different position, and they totally missed it. That's amazing. Amazing that they would miss that. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it, but I don't think it is. They said that they saw somebody else crack a smile. That means there had to have been two people there. And there aren't two people. They didn't regroup. So, what am I trying to get here? Greater rewards. Accomplish killers. Or I think we have to go with the one that says greater rewards. It would make no sense not to. So that's what we're gonna do. Accomplish killer. Eliminate your enemies with finesse to earn greater rewards. Extra XP and finishing moves with headshots, finishing moves, and stealth kills. More XP is great. So there very well might be a way that you could have, without buying the DLC, gotten enough XP to get everything. But I certainly did it. I know there was definitely a way to not accomplish that. So we have rope arrows as an upgrade, and it's already complete. We didn't have to do anything to that. We have this gun, which I can't afford anything to upgrade. And we have this gun, which is completely completed. Using complete too often there. And I don't think we're gonna get any more outfits. So yeah, now we have to go save the pilot. It's really, really weird that he would say that. Just leave him. I mean, ridiculousness. He doesn't even really know what's going on there. Either he knows that there's a bunch of people trying to kill everybody on the island, which he probably does know that. But then he should also know that she's been running around and defeating them handedly, or he knows nothing except for about the wolves that attacked him, and then he really has no reason to be afraid and not send her out. Anywho, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.